Be me, Air Force Cadet at Academy, class of 25. 3 degrees, sophomore year. Finish afternoon water survival class, nicknamed Water Haze. Get back to room, shower, change, and collapse in bed. Drift off instantly. Wake up a bit later to footsteps. Assume it is roommate. Out of corner of I see him get into his bed. Something feels off. Actually glance over to see nobody is in the room. Suddenly realize I can't move. Hear footsteps approaching the bed. As soon as they reach the side, feel weight on top of me. Feel a wind on back of neck. I sleep sort of sideways / on my front. See curtains flapping, so tell myself it's breeze from open window. Copium.json. Fight the paralysis for what feels like an eternity. Keep slipping into a dream where I think I've won only to wake up, still paralyzed with it on top of me. Finally break free for real. Room is still empty. Look at window and see that it's closed. Oh, that was a ghost breathing on me. It was room 6 × 10 to the power of 16 in Vandy Hall, Squadron 17, in case any fellow graduates / current cadorks are reading this. My roommate also had frequent sleep paralysis in that room, even though we never talked to each other about it until after we moved out. The girl who moved in after us mentioned she kept seeing a figure in front of the wardrobe. I never had sleep paralysis again until I moved into a room right by that room, where it would occasionally visit me again, although I was able to fight it off every time. That entire school / base is brimming with ghost and demon stories. I hate that place.
Be me at 12. Can't sleep in the dark. Hear footsteps on my bedroom door. Open lights. Nothing. I hatethis. Left lights on. Keep hearing footsteps. Look at my bedroom door again. The cat look at me like a dummy. Come here, stupid cat. Close the lights, holding my stupid cat. Nothing for 1H. Footsteps running in my bedroom. What? Put the lights on. Nothing. Go away. Footsteps continue even with the light on. My stupid cat is still in my arms. Almost mypenspans. The footsteps stopped right in front of my bed. Something just bumped very slightly the ladder on my bed. Eustapijost.
So there I was, showering at something like 3 a.m. Showers are terrifying for me to begin with, but having read creepypasta all night, I am particularly creeped out. It's time to wash my hair. Furiously shampoo, then run head underwater as quick as possible. Done. No skeletons. All right. Smooth sailing, realize I'm just paranoid. Time to wash face. Suds all up in dem eyes. No worries. Distinct sound of bathroom door opening. Oh my god. Freeze dead still. Suds still in eyes. Summon all the courage of Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, and Charlton Heston combined. Say in my most authoritative and bold voice possible, who's there? A dead silence resonates with my despair as I realize this is not my roommate coming in for a quick trip. The only sounds are the highly underpowered showerhead I use, and my heartbeat. Nobody is this quiet. I am literally more scared than I have ever been in my life. I open my eyes to the burning sensation of chemicals and shift my gaze towards the bathroom door. Through the frosted glass of my shower doors, I see a doorway of pitch black illuminated by the incandescence of my bathroom lights. Fight or flight kicks in. I'm in a shower. There is no option to run. Charlie, Bruce, and Clint are watching me from hero heaven. I whispered to myself, so it ends like this. Time stops. Countless wings of doves flutter. Somewhere in New York, a comedian dies. And I decide to go down with a fight. In the bat of a hummingbird's wing, I splash my face through the shower to get as much soap out as possible. Slam open the forsaken shower doors and fly out of it, fists raised. The look of bewilderment, desperation, and nudity would have chilled even the slenderest of men to the bone. I was a man playing for keeps, and you never trust one with nothing to lose. My bathroom is by no means large, and could easily be considered very small. In the heat of battle, I damn near trip over my cat. Cat. She sounds off. Perot. Our unspoken understanding translates this as food. She rolls on her belly and starts purring at eye contact, swatting at non-existent moths. Nope, that I should have closed the door properly. My cat will never know how close she came to making me straight up lose control of my bowels in the shower. I'm glad to know, though, that if I'm ever scared to death, I will fight the unknown horrors of the supernatural rather than cower like a coward. Maybe my cat was teaching me, like a Yoda that expects me to clean her shitbox.
Not scary upon its own. But I found this wrapped in brown paper in my front garden by my door this morning before I left for work. I made a thread earlier, a few hours ago, asking what do. My girlfriend is pregnant too. Which makes it a lot worse, right? If she wasn't, then I woulda just thought nothing of it really. I don't think we have enemies. Also, it has to be directed at us. We are the only two people in the house and it's just been us for a year or so.
My grandpa always taught me to fear rainy days. He would tell me these stories about Redvark, the local maximum security prison. He would tell me about the violent criminals and the deeds they did to end up there. He would explain to me how some of these men were so dangerous that they couldn't be trusted to live in normal jail cells, that they needed to be chained to the stone walls. My grandpa would tell me about rainy days and stormy nights, how the rain would weaken the stone, and how these men could pull the chains right out of the wall if the weather was bad enough. He showed me newspaper clippings of escapees. There was always a handful per year. He would tell me that, to AT, the prison breaks always coincided with rainy weather. Most escapees would flee to the surrounding neighborhoods. They would try to hide in people's garages and basements, or under their porches, waiting for the rain to pass. Sometimes the men would break into the houses. Sometimes the men would do unspeakable things to people residing in those houses. We lived only about 8 miles from Redvark, and on rainy days, my grandpa would remind me of this. My grandpa would tell me that on rainy days it was best to just stay in my room, to lock my door, to put some music on low, grab a comic book, and get my head somewhere else. He even taught me how to turn my closet into a fortress of solitude. We threw a blanket and couple of pillows in there. I had a few posters of superheroes on the closet wall. I kept a box of comic books and baseball cards in one corner, and a metallic foot locker filled with junk food and cassette tapes in the other. My grandpa would encourage me to get in the closet when it rained, especially when it stormed. I would sit in there, listening to my Walkman. I would finger through comic books. I would bundle myself up against the pillows and drift to sleep. I felt safe in my closet, and I enjoyed the hours that I would spend in there on rainy days. He would tell me that most of the time during escapes, the convicts would usually only hurt people they happened to come across. If they broke into a home to avoid police, and there was a family sitting around the TV in the living room, they would strike. He would tell me that if a Redvark prisoner escaped, and if we had a bad enough flood, and if they broke into our house, that as long as I stayed in my closet, I'd be okay. It would be possible for a convict to find me and hurt me, but as long as I stayed in my closet fort, I would be as safe as anyone in town. I would remind myself of this on rainy days. I would sit in my closet and think about it, and it would make me feel safe. My grandpa disappeared one June. I lived with him alone. My parents had died years earlier. My grandpa disappeared, and I was afraid to call the police. I knew if something happened to my grandpa, the police would take me away and force me to live in a home. I didn't want to live in a home. I had a home. I kept his disappearance to myself for over a week. I would walk myself to school. I knew where Grandpa kept emergency cash, and so I would take a little here and there to the corner bodega and buy some milk and sandwich meats. One day, about 8 days after his disappearance, they let us out of school early. Storm of the century, they said. Thunder and lightning and heavy rain all night. The rain was so heavy that night, the local streets flooded over. On the walk home from school, the water was up to my ankles. By 9 o'clock, the water was coming up to people's knees. I got home, climbed into my little hiding space, and covered myself in a blanket. Thunder clapped outside. I was very afraid. The storm itself unsettled me, but thinking about Redvark and how easy it would be to escape during a storm like this terrified me. We lost power after a little while. I sat in the closet in darkness. I turned to my Walkman for solace. After a few hours, the music started to stutter. After a few more minutes, it stopped altogether. Batteries. Dead as doornails. I continued to sit in silence. The power hadn't come back on yet. The darkness and silence enveloped me. Then the silence was broken by a scratching noise some distance away. I ignored it at first, but it grew louder and more insistent. Finally, I reluctantly left the safety of my fort. In the upstairs hallway, I stopped and listened. The noise was clearly coming from downstairs. I descended the stairs, my heart pounding in my chest. I got to the kitchen and stopped to listen again. The noise still sounded as if it were coming from below me. We had no basement, so the fact that the noises were coming from beneath me was unsettling. There were more noises now, too, not just the scraping. I thought I heard moaning. I crouched low to the floor, listening. The noises got louder as I entered the living room, louder still as I entered the main corridor. I stopped on a throw rug at the end of the hallway. The noises were at their loudest here, below me. I pulled the throw rug away and saw a trapdoor. It must have led to a basement or crawl space. I had no idea it existed. I had no idea there was anything under that rug. I wondered why it was padlocked. I grabbed a ring of old keys that hung on a hook in the mudroom. I tried the keys in the padlock one after another. The fourth key slid into the lock like a base runner sliding into. Something pounded against the bottom of the trapdoor. Thwop, thwop. It was followed by muffled voices. Hello, Ebby Dare. I could barely make out the voices. Thwop, help us. I understood that. And did so. I turned the key and lifted up trapdoor. The worst smell I've ever known wafted up and hit me in the chest. I instantly heard women crying and a man's voice sobbing, "Thank God. Oh, thank God." And then another. "Water. Please, we need water." The next few days were a whirlwind. Police, media, and gawkers descended on the house. Our small town in Arizona never saw much excitement. The news of a homegrown serial killer sent an electric jolt through the populace. The media was relentless. The police had a million questions. "Where is your grandfather?" "I don't know." "Did you know what he was doing?" "Did you help him hide his secret?" "No," I'd said. "No, never." "Did you help your grandfather bury the bodies in the backyard?" "No." "You must have helped." They'd said. "No, you must have helped." An old man like that wouldn't be able to dig in the Arizona clay all by himself. And then it hit me. "Rain," I'd said. The policeman looked at me blankly. "What?" He'd wait for it to rain.
B7. Hanging out in basement. Home alone. Here's something in basement, assume it's the cat, how did he get in there? Open latch lock and open door. Lady sitting on floor. Wearing white t-shirt and gray jeans. I broke in through the window. Scared. Please don't get the police. If you're scared, call your parents down here. She's got bruises on her, realize our laundry room window was open. She's in her late teens, close to 20-ish. What's wrong? I ask, still scared. I just needed to get to a safe place. Why? Don't worry, she hadn't been talking to me like I was a kid at all, which weirded me out. My parents aren't home, I said, and didn't know why I said it. I'm sorry, she said, I don't want to get you in any trouble. She looks like she's crying. Hug her. She plays with my toys with me for a while, leaves through the window before my parents get home. Never think any of this is weird, never even tell my parents. Years later. 18, senior year of high school. In Intro to Photography. Student in class just moved to town, first year going to my high school. It's a girl, she's very beautiful. Immediately seems familiar. Start talking with her, we like the same music and stuff, both dig stupid paranormal stuff. Find out she goes on 4chan. This girl is perfect. We start dating. Meet her family. Her father is a huge jerk. One day she comes to my house late at night, I'm home alone. What's wrong? I'm freaked out. I just needed to get to a safe place. Why? Don't worry, realize she's got bruises all over. My parents aren't home, I said, bringing her inside. I'm sorry, she said, I don't want to get you in any trouble. No, that's not what I meant, I'm just, what happened to you? I'm freaking out. She's clearly trying not to cry. Hug her. Her dad had beaten her, she got a C in a class. Realize who she is. Year later. We're still dating at this time, but we haven't seen each other for a bit. Never told her about the childhood memory. I'm in Michigan on a family vacation, she stops texting me back when I text her. One day, parents go to beach, I check out the town. Go home, parents still out. Here's something in the kitchen. My girlfriend is sitting at the table, badly bruised, crying. Holy what the heck? What's wrong? Grab her, get ice pack, how did you get here? Listen, it's not important. I just wanted to say thanks for giving me a safe place. I don't need it anymore, but I love you. I really do. And if you ever need a safe place, I hope I can help you, too. Hold her. Phone rings in other room, answer it. It's my parents saying when they'll be home. Go back to kitchen. She's gone. When I came back from Michigan I found out that she had committed suicide after her dad gave her a pretty bad beating. This is a lot more depressing for me than, what the heck, but it qualifies.
Be me 24-year-old third shift embalmer for embalming trade service. Did the work other funeral homes didn't feel like doing autopsies, car wrecks, organ donors, most messed up stuff ever could explain if you want, and children which are pertinent to this story. Work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but most days much more. Small company, only 3 other guys plus the owner to cover all of Central IL. Worked a lot since you can't just leave dead people for too long, and when the calls came we had to go. Often worked long shifts, 20+ hours were typical. Didn't sleep much or at all for days at a time. One night had to go get more embalming fluid which was up in a storage compartment and attic of old funeral home. On hour 20+ for the day, tired as hell. Slowly walk up steps with my head down. Glance up and freeze. A boy is standing at the top of the steps. Nearly fall back, but catch myself on rail. Look back. Boy is gone. Decide to make coffee instead and wait for colleague to return from call. Chalk it up to sleep deprivation. Tell colleague about it. He says he's seen him too. Hated having to get more fluid at that place. I've got more if y'all are interested. Here's more. Busy day as always. Pre-room of main facility has 3 embalming tables. Using all 3 tables to embalm 3 people at the same time. I'm a very good embalmer, probably one of best in the state. Never counted, but I've probably embalmed over 10,000 people since I began over a decade ago. Used to jumping back and forth between people. One guy is scraggly old man in his 70s. Family asked that I didn't take his pendant off, it's some sort of Catholic saint. Not wanting to get blood and nasty fluid all over it, I just took it off and began embalming him. Jump to other person, pendant guy is behind me. Few seconds later I hear a growl of sorts from directly behind me. Sometimes the dead expel gases or air trapped in their lungs when they're pumped full of the embalming fluid. I look back and his head is tilted toward me and his eyes are open. The barbed eye caps we put in their eyes to keep them closed are on his chest. Freak the heck out. Think it's just my long hours, and perhaps I forgot to close his eyes with the caps. Adjust him back, drain out clotted blood, and go back to embalming the other 2. Same growl as before. I nearly lose it when I turn around to see his head tilted toward me again, both eyes open, but the cap's still in. To heck with it. I put the pendant back on him. It gets covered in blood, but oh well. He never does it again after that. I could go all night with these. Get a house call around 2 a.m. The decedent is a diminutive woman in her 30s. She's got that disease where you look like a child. She's no more than 3 feet tall. Family obviously loves the heck out of her, everyone very upset at her passing. They tell me she was a prankster and loved playing jokes on people. Seemed like a special kind of person despite her disease. Every house call I took my guy Jay with me. Jay was in his 70s, Vietnam vet, lovable but stern God-fearing brother in Christ. Solid dude was still helping me carry 300+ lb people up flights of stairs. The man was tough as nails. We get the little lady back to the funeral home. Get her prepped for embalming. Jay always says a little prayer before we move the body. As he prays, the old boom box from the 80s clicks on at full blast. It's the type you had to flip a big switch up to turn it on, and it makes an audible click when it does. We hear that click and Neil Young's Rocking in the Free World blast through the radio. We both look at each other like, what the heck? I turn off the stereo. We lift the little lady onto the embalming table and the radio clicks on again. Jay says, "Anon, have a good night," and beelines for the door. Nothing else happened while I embalmed her. Never could explain that, and Jay never mentioned it again.
Be me. Camping inwards with my longtime best friend for a week. He's got around 50 acres that splits into straight forest. Just the basics, tinned food, water, that kind of stuff. Sleeping in the bed of my truck because poor, no money for tent or camper. First few days we chill, my friend and the guy while we fished. Head to bed, cap truck off in case rain. Wake up like a baby at 7 o'clock. Head to fire, my friend's already getting a fire going to cook breakfast. Friend tells me he's gonna start prepping food, and I need to get firewood. Walk off into woods with dirty little Coleman's hatchet. After breaking down like dead trees, get a weird boom before I head back. Really scary feeling, like that wrong gut, and you know it. Like someone took everything out of my stomach and replaced it with primal fear. Shaken out, but thinking not much of it. Headed back to camp with wood and spooks. Cook breakfast, consisted of warmed up canned ravioli. Not buying ice and a cooler so I can eat ravioli in the woods. 8-hour fill, pack up leftovers and head fishing. Made sure to pack stuff back into truck and lock it. Fish for about an hour, had fun fishing and enjoy the view. There's a small path and grass in the middle and trees all around us. Brokebackmountain.gif. Head back to camp after fishing in the woods. Walk back, food sitting like a brick in stomach. Walk for what feels like hours. Oh wait, where's the trail? Check watch, only around 2 or so. Not bad, left at 11. Oh wait, who's we left at camp? Panic mode engaged. Friends gone. Panic mode engaged. Oh no, we're doomed, gonna die in the woods. Remind self friend has car, camp shouldn't be too far. Walk for maybe 15-20 minutes more. No sight, there it is. Oh, we're fine. Unlock truck, turn on radio to cool nerves. Relax for a sec, slightly bright but enough to get something. Told to calm, human brain should love life and stuff. No girl for my own, but whatever. Don't want ravioli again, go fishing for dinner. Down at pond from yesterday trying to catch something worth eating. Nothing so far, the entire pond seems dead still. Whatever, it's the evening, lots of critters to disturb the water. Managed to catch 2 or 3 little fish, not sure what type but no bigger than hand. How do I skin a fish? Webm. Bring back to camp, enjoying how quiet it is out. Get back and start skinning and deboning fish. Feel uneasy, but think nothing of it. Friend breaks silence. Man, you were gone for a while. Not a lot of luck today. Nah, swear to God it was like there were no fish in there today, spooky as heck. The entire forest seemed kinda quiet today. Friend ponders for a bit. Did it hear and birds on the way back? No, I don't think I did. Was there any wind at all? Any breeze? Nah, I don't think there was that either. Not liking this one bit. Whatever, I'm just tired. Stack fish in bed of my truck for the night. Head to fire. Friend to fire and start burning stuff to pass the time. Ask if friend's ever gone this far back here. Yeah, I used to come back here with my dad all the time. Place hasn't really been, friend's parents died about a year ago, super nice people. Left house to him, money to other family. Say nothing too bad, the worst was this hermit that lived about 2 or 3 miles out past the property line. They'd dig it off, and they didn't bother him. Laugh it off, and head to bed. Sorry this is taking so long, typing on mobile. Wake up around 2 or 3. Shivering like a monster, it's bad. Lay under the blanket for a bit. Decide forget it, I'm gonna walk around to try and wear myself out and fall back asleep. Climb out of bed, careful not to wake friend. Not a dummy so I make sure to keep tent in view. Walking in place, enjoying the stars and crickets. Here's something off in the distance. My mind playing tricks on me. Strain my ears to listen better. Crickets. Crickets. Cricket stop. Silence. Ugly moaning / muffled screaming. Scares me as I rush to wake up friend. Hey, get up. Immediately tell him to be quiet and listen. He hears it too, can't be more than 40 foot out. Imagine covering your mouth with a pillow and screaming into it. Like pure screams, enough to crack your voice. Now play that far off into the woods, just barely loud enough to hear. Friend is swearing tons of emotions and stuff, not sure what to do. He says there were lots of coyotes back here, maybe one of them got a hold of a fox and killed it. Yeah, maybe. Sounds vaguely sentient though, like it's pleading. Lay in bed listening to the screams for what feels like forever, before finally passing out. Wake up next morning exhausted. Mind cloudy, can't think to save my life. Go take a break out in the woods. Crunching leaves.mp3. Hairs on back of neck stand up, fight or flight activating. It's my friend getting sticks to make another fire. What happened to the firewood from before? Up and left, must have burned through it all. Wait a bit, I get cell reception out here. Remember friend telling me about fox screams last night. Google, fox scream human. Videos of vixen screams. Watch them. They sound close, but something about it seems too animal. Like it didn't have that fear behind it. Chalk it up to being tired. The rest of the day was the usual stuff: start fire, cook food, hike a bit, swim in pond some, make bed for night. Laying in bed, refusing to fall asleep for fear of getting gutted by skinwalkers or something. Hear the crickets again, because of it just so calming to me. About to fall asleep when I hear it. There's a drawn-out, noise, or something. Swear my life I can hear something behind it. Like a cry, maybe not the stronger parts of the word. Eyes are welling up with tears, I don't wanna die man. Sit in bed until sun comes up. Decide forget it, we got today and tomorrow and we're gone. Want to know what this noise is? Tell friend I want to head back towards the opening we found. Seems uneasy about it, but agrees. Walking out, no talking between the two of us. Always something in this stuff doesn't happen often. Always something to talk about. Around halfway their friend falls and twists ankle pretty bad. God, it hurts, he says. Pull him back to the truck and set him in passenger seat. Wait with him to make sure he's okay. Gradually gets more and more pasty. You're fine, we'll rest here. Look around for food. Ask him if he's good, I want my brother to be okay. Swap him food to comfort, just ravioli and potted meat. Lap of luxury. Fix up our options. Can barely walk, so it wouldn't be easy getting him from A to B. Man, I really want to check out that noise from earlier. Should have gone. I feel it, I have this unexplainable pull towards this. Help him to the right back, and I book it out. Half jogging, only maybe half hour, so not too bad considering the distance from camp. No wind, no birds, no ambient noise. Pure, piercing silence. I stop there for a second, trying to want answers. Mind's clearing, not the best choice. Crunch, dense silence. Mind bucks it, light sneaks through in very small spurts. Sounds like a bear, getting closer. Walking super carefully, I don't mess with spirits. Stop as I step onto dirty light, can go check it out. Make it clearing, small church, an ungodly smell. Church is tiny, they're made of denim. Fox frights out. Out from behind small mounds covered in tattered clothes and hair. Nope. Running through clearing, stop to catch breath. Now to get a scale of things, the clearing was maybe a football field and a half, and I am not a runner. Winded and gasping, all of a sudden hear that scream as clear as day. Whip head around. Tall, gaunt woman-like figure standing in tree line. I freeze up, this is how it ends. Feel intense wave of calm wash over me, I'm safe here. I want to go to her, learn who she is. Very beautiful, and seemingly angelic in nature. All but I forget about sick and dying bro. Forget, I need to get back. Turn around to run and I hear it. Branches snapping, grass rustling. Oh sweet goodness, I'm going to die here. Run faster than an Olympian athlete. Legs take me madly down through my trail. Entire time nothing but sobbing and moaning from behind me. Gradually slows down, like I got a tether and kept going. Stop only when I'm about 5 minutes from camp. Back to a tree, don't want ghost figures sneaking up on me. Gasping and panting. Legs hurt so bad. It's bro. Freak out, start talking a million miles a minute. He has that gone look in his eyes, says nothing to me. Walk back to camp, scared. Bro won't say anything to me as we pack up. We go home, spend the night at my place because he says he wants time away from his home. Up until maybe 2 talking each other down. All of a sudden bursts into hysterics. Blabbering fool, sounds like a toddler learning to speak. Calm him down, ask him what he saw. Says he got spooked after the second night of screaming, he had heard it too. Set his phone to record audio during our sleep. Skimmed through it in the air, I was gone. Says he got about through 4 hours of cherry-picked sound when he saw something out of the corner of his eye. Skin and hair, long arms, skinny body, dark hair. Said he heard some kind of unholy laughter as it left, like it was playing a game. Ran in my direction. Couldn't deny anything, twisted ankle and sickness. Kept listening to audio. Around what would be 5 a.m. hears rustling and recording. Woman giggle, like. Step, step step, step, step. Giggling, almost like a child. Snapping. Rustling and the sound of my truck bed opening. More footsteps afterward, and what sounds like cooing. Like a mother soothing a child. Zipper unzipping. Oh no. Absolute fear. Zipper zipping. Snapping. The sound of pair of jeans. Was just a mess. Ran to the forest. Jerking motions. Inexplicable pull. Oh God. Whatever that thing was made a burial site for me. Why? 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 Look around, close blinds, sit in bedroom with friend. After he pulls himself together, we pack and head out. Wait there until morning, and drive back to house. Place looks like all was shattered, furniture torn, doors scratched. Enough money in the world would get friend to stay there, and not enough to get me to let him. Pack what we can salvage and bring him back to my house. Maybe a month ago. Dude's been staying here while we try to figure out what to do. May just tear the place down and sell the land, no way we're going to try and fix it up to sell it. Still have no clue what that woman was, but I know for a fact it wasn't anything I want to remember. I'll try to answer any questions as best I can. This whole story. OP, you better thank every single day you still breathe. You saw that wolfish woman by the calm. Wolfman made eye contact with you. You felt calm, at ease, compelled to approach her, to approach the grave site. But your friend, who twisted his ankle minutes ago, was alone in the truck. As you moved toward it, you were snapped out of it by hearing the sound. When you went to help, you came back and never pursued. The moment your friend lost his footing and twisted his ankle, that was the fork in the path of your fate that led to you not becoming some creature's broken, tortured victim and never leaving those woods again. This was the big tip-off. Step, step, step. Giggling. Rustling. Zipper and truck bed opening. Rustling and what sounds like cooing. Like a mother soothing a child. Zipper unzipping. Zipper tearing. Child laughter. Basically. Wolfish woman creeping up to your truck at night, giggling. Rustling. You and your friend are sleeping. You almost woke up to the sight of that thing hunched over in your truck bed with you, looking at you. In fact, you might have done just that, but the relaxing thing made you go back to sleep and forget it. It took your pants because they seemed valuable to you and smelled a lot like you, it knew you'd look for them. It led you to the grave it made for you. It was waiting for you there. It started to draw you in by doing the relaxing thing again, and you almost walked right into your own grave. It didn't plan on your friend getting hurt. It didn't plan on you remembering him and turning around. It was going to take you, and then take your friend. You got away by a hair.
Hey, this literally just happened. Not in any way paranormal, but still really scary to me. Live in quintessential suburban neighborhood. Cloudy, foggy, weird evening when sun is still up, but about to set. Warm enough to leave my window open. Am watching random show on TV. At some point hear weird hissing sound coming from outside. Slight hope, continue watching TV. About 30 seconds later hear it again, closer and more clearly. Seems to be coming right out of the sky. Elevated? Nope, but get up to go outside and look around. Inspect area around front yard, but don't see anything. Hear hissing a third time. Look behind house. Giant red leering face floating in the sky in the woods behind my house. Has huge neatly arranged teeth forming a wicked smile and slanted eyes. Overall resembling some tribal demon mask. Somehow illuminated from within and then suddenly goes dim. Left with dark roundish thing bigger than a house floating in the sky. At this point my legs are trembling from the shock and I can't move. After about 10 seconds of utter disbelief it hits me that what I'm looking at is just a low-flying hot air balloon. My face when some person in fiendishly detailed hot air balloon decided to fly barely 300 feet up just to mess with people who may happen to spot him. The hissing sound I was hearing was just the gas burner, which also illuminates the balloon from within. Promptly overcome with the urge to yell at the person, but decide instead to call the cops on him. I was pretty sure flying that low was illegal. After I call them, I never hear of anything about this again, and the balloon cleared the neighborhood completely. Pace around my yard a bit, and then go back inside. This just happened barely an hour ago. If they catch this person and report it in the local news, I'll update you guys. I still can't believe I fell for this.
Be me, just a week after my 18th birthday and my high school graduation. Grandma has been in hospice care for the past few months. That morning, Mom gets the call we've been dreading from my aunt. Grandma took a bad turn and now's the time to tell her our goodbyes. The drive to see her is a few hours and my dad can't get off work on such short notice, so it's just Mom and I going to see her. I'm not going to go into detail about our visit, mainly because I don't want to, but for the sake of the story just know that my aunt wasn't exaggerating and Grandma wasn't doing well. Anyways. Mom and I are leaving the hospice center, silently walking through the parking lot. I look up at the sky and notice the beginnings of an absolutely beautiful sunset. I'm talking completely picturesque, golden beams of sunlight shining through pockets of puffy white clouds set against a waning sky. Feel comforted by this, silently muse to myself about how the warm beauty of this scene is a complete contrast to the absolutely cold and sterile place I was just in or something like that. We get in the car and drive home. The next evening, Mom gets the second call we've been dreading from my aunt. Grandma's gone. We all travel back over for the funeral. Afterwards, Dad and I go home while Mom stays in town for a couple days to help sort through Grandma's things. A few weeks later, Mom and I are talking about family stuff when she says she wants to tell me something. Says that when we were in the parking lot, she also looked up at the sunset, but she saw something more than I did. In a large pocket between the clouds, she saw 4 figures, all women, backlit by the sun's golden rays. She recognized 3 of them as her grandma and 2 aunts, but she didn't know who the 4th woman was. She had felt extremely comforted by this scene, but was also puzzled that she couldn't recognize this woman who was obviously important to her, puzzled enough to not say anything to me at the time. Hey, had a weird experience in the woods this weekend. I'll post it in some other non-woods OGs or secondhand ones maybe. Tell me what you think I experienced and post your own stories, similar or otherwise. This is my first in the woods experience. I won't deny a rational explanation, but this is, so let's have fun. Enjoy. Be me, 23. My 22-year-old friend and I get the urge to go see the northern woods because of the pretty nature sights. We'll call him Troy. Get to Duluth and see Gooseberry Falls. We suck at planning, so we follow our urges and continue further up north on the highway adjacent to Lake Superior. Wanna see Eagle Mountain in Superior National Forest, the highest peak in the state at 2,301 feet. Not that impressive but pretty cool for a flat state like Minnesota. Have to drive down a dirt road for nearly 20 minutes to get there, middle of absolute nowhere. Get to a four-way, road is closed off ahead with construction fences, luckily the parking lot to the trail is on our right at the four-way. Get there late, about 6:30 p.m., and start walking the trail. Area is dead quiet as soon as we arrive, no wind, but it's already reaching freezing temps at night, so not weird. We passed the last two groups coming back from the summit, it's just us now. No service, don't realize the hike takes about 6 hours, and no way we'll make it. Hear a couple of birds, relieved the area isn't totally quiet. Stop just before a creek to take a break. Kind of an old, powerful feeling to these woods, but nothing really unwelcoming or negative. I suggest sprinkling some weed down, never felt like I had to give something to the woods before, but there we were. Thought there'd be a chance Troy would give me a weird look or say no since it's his, but nope. He's keen on it and sprinkles some down without question, said it felt right to do. Feels like the forest was grateful about it, cool stuff. Continue on, the sun is getting low. Troy speaks up. I kinda hope we see a creature. Bro, stop. Play dumb because it kind of puts me on edge. Oh, like a squirrel or something? No, like something weird. Bruh.exe. A minute later he says, maybe I shouldn't be asking for that. Don't reply, get a bit nervous but figure the weed is making me tweak. The sun is setting so we turn around, say we'll come back and make the hike another time. I forgot my phone in the car, so Troy leads with his phone's flashlight. Trek back feels like it takes forever, the trail is super rocky and it's getting dark quick so we're speed walking and stumbling back to the trailhead. Almost completely dark at this point and I hear something from my 4 o'clock, very far away, but fairly loud, enough to hear it while our feet slam on the rocky ground. A short and almost melodic HHAAAA. What was that? Can't think of a single animal. Nothing like a crow cawing, it's not gravelly like that. Lived in woods all my life and like to think I can ID animals well. Almost sounded like a noise a person could make but not quite, it's just off. Keep walking, figure the weed gave me an auditory hallucination, though it never has before, that's the only way I can rationalize it in the moment. Just want to focus on getting the heck back to the car. 20 minutes later it's totally dark, can barely see the tree line against the sky. Troy suddenly stops and holds his finger up to his mouth, looking at me all serious. Says he heard an owl or maybe a coyote far off in the distance at his 9 o'clock. Two completely different sounds, but okay, we keep walking and eventually get back to the car. Later describes it as a HWHWO. Hear coyotes all the time where I live and no way, their yelps are nothing like what we heard but whatever, let's go home. Next week comes and I tell him let's go back and conquer that trail. He agrees, we pack and head out Friday morning. We agree to a 2-day trip. Go all the way to the tip of the Arrowhead, touch the Canadian border and check out Grand Portage's State Park waterfall, absolutely gorgeous area. Look for a rest stop near Eagle Mountain so we can sleep in the car, wake up and go hike the trail right away. Not much around but we spot a marked lot on Google Maps near the trail, looks perfect, let's go. Realize we're taking the same exact route we took to get to Eagle Mountain's trailhead. We get to that 4-way and we're supposed to go through the closed road, guess we're out of luck. Suggest sleeping in the parking lot of Eagle Mountain's trailhead since it's literally right there, has a bathroom, we can wake up and just start the hike right away. It's already 9:30 p.m. so forget it, we bawl, pull into the lot. Immediately we both feel unnerved but this goes unspoken, ignore it, keep in mind we are completely sober and lucid. Get our blankets from the trunk, he sleeps on the driver's side and I sleep on the passenger side. Have to remind him twice to lock the doors even though he's pretty good about that kind of stuff. Start trying to sleep around 10 p.m., pretty cozy for being in a car but can't sleep at all until about midnight. Buddy falls asleep first, hear him snoring loud the whole time. Funny, I've stayed overnight with him plenty before, witnessed him passed out at parties for hours, and this is the first I hear him snoring. Sleeping on an incline is supposed to help with snoring, so that makes it more odd, but don't think much of it. Despite it, I eventually fall asleep maybe 20 minutes after. Have a vivid dream, starts off just like real life, so this next bit is the dream I had. I wake up and we're in the car, hear Troy snoring, literally exactly like real life. I just stare ahead mindlessly for some moments before I look over at my buddy. He is wide awake, sitting up. Snoring has not stopped whatsoever. I just get this sensation that he's thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Something is in the back seat with us and it's the thing making the snoring sound. Get this sense that if I were to look in the back seat I wouldn't see anything, it would be shrouded in shadow. Dream has a non-linear shift and Buddy is pulling out of the lot. This thing is now instead on the roof of the car. Drives at a moderate speed and making sharp turns, trying to whip the thing off but failing to. I wake up all shaken up. Buddy is still snoring. Don't ever get nightmares. I have brain rot, take walks in the middle of the night listening to spooky stories and have never felt so on edge and unable to calm down. Keep trying to ignore my anxiety and go back to sleep but can't. After a half hour Troy makes a weird, nonsensical noise in his sleep. Ayabihawiha. I am internally freaking out. Try to wake him up, grab his shoulder and call his name, he doesn't wake up. Give up. Another half hour goes by and he makes a very similar noise. Ariharbwaha. Once again try and fail to wake him up. Feel like I'm losing it at this point, trying to shake the feeling of an unknown presence around but can't. Image flashes in my mind of a short or crouched figure right at the back door of the car on my side looking in, totally shrouded in shadow so I can't make out any details. Can't explain this coming to my mind, just a really weird moment for me. Continue to ignore everything, don't look, I'd like to retain my sanity thanks. Don't even try to rationalize anything, my mind is kind of racing and I just keep trying to tell myself everything is fine. Don't feel like myself at all. Buddy wakes up after what feels like forever, asks how I slept. Hesitate but very vaguely tell him the dream, leave out a lot of detail because for some reason it feels wrong to talk about. Tell him about the noises he made, this freaks him out. Says he didn't dream, feels like he barely slept. We both feel insanely on edge and just decide to stay up and chat since we can't sleep. It's about 3 a.m. at this point. Half hour goes by. 3:30 a.m., suddenly, over the course of a few minutes, we both feel this gradual shift. Can't explain it other than the feeling that everything just goes back to normal. No longer feel paranoid or on edge. The atmosphere is just completely different. I wait a while to mention it. It feels like the forest is pitying us. I hardly know what I even mean by that, but it's like we were pulled out of a pocket dimension or something. Like the forest knew what happened to us and felt empathetic, I don't know. We agree that we both felt the same shift at the same time where everything went back to normal. Sleep like absolute babies. Wake up and have a perfectly normal hike. So yeah, that's my story. Might post more even if it looks like this thread is just gonna die, I don't know, but if anyone is reading this I hope you enjoyed the story. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. After the hike and everything when we were leaving, we saw that the road was no longer closed. Just felt like a really weird coincidence considering the experience we had. Yeah man, I know exactly what you mean. And my buddy initially identified it as a coyote. But like I said, I've lived in the woods all my life, hear coyotes all the time, as well as foxes, raccoons, etc. I'm by no means a stranger to these animals and the noises they make. I have heard their weirder calls many, many times. The tone, inflection, length, and distinctness of the sound did not match a coyote's by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't hear what my buddy heard, but I heard laughter, like straight up laughter. It was nothing like a coyote and nothing I've ever heard before. Guess I didn't clarify that enough in the Greentext. I should have insisted or given this much context about myself right away or something. Haven't really been on this board like I used to be, so I guess I'm rusty or gave the wrong info or whatever.
A few weird experiences with my niece. My brother and sister-in-law need me to babysit my niece one morning. She's about 1 at the time, so I walk her around the block in her stroller. Get home and make her a bottle, then put her in her crib. Sound asleep. Go and take a break really fast. Get back and my niece's crib has moved 5 feet. Normally up against the wall, now it's in the center of the room. Not too strange, but it foreshadowed the other stuff. Story 2. Babysitting my niece again. This time my brother and sister-in-law are having a date night, so it's in the evening. Play with my niece till about 9 p.m. when she falls asleep. She's around 2 at this point, so no crib. I've spread a blanket on the living room floor. Lay her down. Put a ring of pillows all around her. Go to the kitchen to grab a snack, and when I come back my niece is lying outside the ring of pillows. She's completely off of the blanket. Still fast asleep though. There were a few minor events between story 1 and story 2, so by that point I was thinking there was some paranormal activity afoot. Story 3. Babysitting my niece. It's summertime. I have a blackberry bush in the backyard and she likes to pick them. We're out there and I'm taking a picture of her. I check one of the photos to see how it came out. My niece, who's usually rambunctious, is totally silent as I check the photos. Look up. She's staring over my shoulder. Looks scared. I turn and look. For a moment, I'm sure there's a shadow a few feet away. But then it's gone. Niece's eyes are fixed to the spot though. Feels eerie. Pick her up and head inside. Sit her in her high chair and decide to get some stuff for lunch. Digging through the fridge. As I dig, I'm singing a song that my niece loves. Singing pretty loud because I'm trying to keep her distracted as I grab her food. Like I said, she's rambunctious. Finally get everything I need and turn around. The high chair is empty. Alarms go off in my head. I practically drop all the food as I rush into the living room. The back door is wide open. I rush outside, calling out to her, screaming her name. I'm thinking someone broke in and took her, thinking I'll never find her again. See my brother and sister-in-law's faces in my head. They'll never forgive me. She's outside. Oh, thank God. She's standing there with her back to the house. Her arm is raised as if she's holding someone's hand. As I rush towards her, her arm drops, like someone let go of her. I reach her and pick her up. I'm actually crying from relief. My niece's face looks like she doesn't know where she is. Her eyes are far away, and I jostle her a few times until she wakes up. She blinks a few times, looks at me, looks around at the yard, then begins to cry. I bring her inside and don't take my eyes off of her again. Only a few other minor things. That was the worst one though. Can't explain how she got out of her high chair or how she opened the back door. I was happy to find her though.
I wonder if really young kids attract specific entities. The same thing kind of happened to me. I've shared my story here before, but basically, Mom wakes up to someone standing over my crib. Feels unnatural fear and passes out. Wakes up and I'm missing. She wakes up Dad. Panic. Turns out I somehow got out of my crib. Sitting by the front door. Door is wide open. I'm sitting on a bed of leaves. I was just a baby, so I don't remember any of it.
I used to know what you might call that kid in middle school. He always smelled bad and wore the same clothes for weeks on end. That is, his wardrobe consisted exclusively of real run-of-the-mill, generic pajamas. The kind where it's a completely solid color, the shirt buttons up and has a pocket for some reason, and there's a matching pair of pants. He wore that to school, and he wouldn't take them off until they were made of stains and smelled so bad that he actually noticed. He was your typical chubby, long-haired greasy neck beard, except it was the 7th grade, and he couldn't grow facial hair. Actually, that's not entirely true. He grew a really weird, thin mustache that was composed of only the barest number of hairs. But his upper lip always looked wet, so you couldn't help but notice that it was there. Anyways, he liked to bill himself as a video game programmer. The truth was he could only program terrible text adventures in Visual Basic, and it was a miracle if they last more than 3 minutes and weren't easy as can be. He brought these awful games into school every other week, burned to blank CD-ROMs, and he'd ask everyone to play them in the computer lab. They were always really bad. You're completely predictable. You wake up in a dark cell or an alien spaceship or in a forest kind of deal. Except for one he brought in that was different. That's not to say it was actually good, or even really an actual game to be frank. just that it stood out among his other releases. This one, he called Happy Mommy, and I'm the sorry sack of garbage he insisted should play it. It started out in the usual command prompt window his games always had, with the pointless beginning text asking me to type "go" to begin the game. Except this time when I typed "go" it didn't start out in typical text adventure style, telling me I woke up somewhere and there's a useful item in the room and 4 directions. This time, it started out saying Happy Happy Mommy one day gone, just like that, in all lowercase, as was standard fare in this weirdo's dumb games. I wasn't really sure what to do at this point, so I asked him and he told me to type in Mommy. So that's what I did and it returned. Happy Happy Mommy 2 day gone. Again, just like that, the S missing after day and everything. I didn't really know what else to do, so I typed in Mommy again. This time I got Happy Happy Mommy 3 day gone. Now, I tried to type Mommy again, but it didn't work this time. So I asked him what I'm supposed to do now, and he said to type Feel Good. So I did and I got Happy Happy Mommy 4 day gone. Happy Mommy Feel Good. Happy Mommy Feel Good. And then it just closed itself. I went on with the rest of my day, completely confused at what he made me play. He came to school the next day, and that is the last time I ever saw him. Really spooky ending, I guess. The whole class was obviously wondering what happened to him, and all the teachers made it seem real mysterious and creepy because they were really insistent that we don't talk about it. No one found out what happened for the rest of our entire school, from 8th grade to high school graduation, outside of the obviously false rumors. Years later, long after I was a grown adult, I came back into contact with one of my middle school teachers, and we chatted up a bit about the good old days and all the rude classmates that went to my middle school. I guess because I was an adult he felt more comfortable around me, even if he was still way older than me, so I asked him whatever happened to that kid. Now, this next part, I swear to God, is not made up. Apparently, over the week before he disappeared, this kid's mom had taken her own life, and since he was an only child and she was raising him on her own, and no one in their neighborhood really knew them, no one knew about it, and the kid just kept going to school and coming home to her body for 5 days before someone took notice of this and looked into it. And, according to this particular teacher, this kid, it was said, had been living in that house with her body almost the entire time. I was never actually told what happened to him after Child Protective Services took him away, and I'm not sure anyone knows.
I'm not sure if this is worth a green text or not, but I'm going to say it is. Christmas Eve. Come home drunk from the pub. Can't really remember getting home. Browse interwebs. Find a couple looking for friends on a kinda ad, think like a Craigslist listing, who live 50 miles away. Message them because I'm drunk and silly. Message right back. We hit it off. Message back and forth for months. One day they just stopped messaging me. Not sure why, because everything has been real cool up until this point, even if we have kept it semi-anonymous. We plan to meet in the near future, we shared things about our lives while remaining that semi-anonymous, etc., so I can't understand it. It's now been a week or 2 since I heard from them and I'm worried something might be up. Decide to drive to their house. Find it easy enough. Door is open. House, actually an upstairs flat, is nicely lit up and nice and clean. Bigger than it looks from the outside too. Clearly here, Peter give it back, like in a jokey way. Take my shoes off and go upstairs to join them. Walk in the living room and ask them if I can play too. They look real sheepish, like they've been caught in a lie. Tell them I dropped by, i.e., drove 50 miles out of my way, to see how they were because I hadn't heard from them. They're fine, they're just both under the weather. Peter compliments my coat. Thank him and tell him it's my school shooter coat, except it isn't leather, haha. Doesn't go down well. They seem friendly with me but on edge, and my coat remark hasn't helped things. Not even sure why I'm wearing a coat like this, it's like an overcoat, because I'd never usually wear one. Peter asks me how I got there. I drove. We all think this is hilarious for some reason. Clarifies. I mean, how did you know where we live? Now they look worried. Well, because memory goes completely blank, I just knew as if I'd been there before, because Laura. Nope, still can't get it. Sort of just wave it off. We sit around a while longer but in a sort of triangle like no one is sitting next to one another. Get up and try to sit next to Laura. Stops me, don't get too close, we're sick. Sit back down. Both start looking at me. You know, Anon, you don't look too good yourself. Hope I'm not catching the same thing they have. Do feel groggy though. Hold on, how do you know my name? Look at each other, we were going to ask you the same thing. At this point become aware that, despite sharing a lot, we never gave out our names and the things we did share about our lives were really vague. What did you do to your head, Anon? Touch head. Hurts. Blood on my hand. I can't remember. Hear children crying in another room. You should probably leave. Everything goes black. Open my eyes. 2 friends are trying to rouse me outside the pub. Some jerk dabbed me on the back of the head and I banged the side/front of my head on this little wall there. Assure them I'm fine. Can't stop thinking about Laura and Peter because it felt so real. Months of life lived in less than 5 minutes. You know, like those dreams where you're sure they happened. Not even that drunk and that knock to the head has sobered me up even more. Albeit I probably do have a concussion. Friends walk me home anyway. Browse interwebs. Never do any kind of internet friends thing. Don't have any kind of social media even. But I'm curious. See this ad listing, like the Craigslist kind. It's a couple, new to the semi-local area, looking for a friend. Send them a simple message, is this Laura and Peter? Get a reply back. Is this Anon? Sorry we haven't been in touch. I lost my phone and my old messages, lol. Obviously wasn't me who messaged them earlier, but someone with the same name. Don't reply to it.